Hi there, this is Jill. Jill Speaks Wisdom. I hope you're all doing okay today. And I want to talk about the covert narcissistic mother and her daughter. Especially her daughter, as her daughter is growing up and becoming a teenager, young teens, older teens. She really doesn't like her daughter growing up, and she really doesn't help her daughter growing up. Let me know if you experienced that and what some of the examples were. But I remember, like, there were dances at the school and she never encouraged me to go. She never said, oh, let's go pick out a dress, and oh, I'm sure that somebody will ask you to go. She didn't care if I just stayed home and the other girls all went and I didn't go. Didn't think that, I would be bothered by that. Really things that a mother should be in tune with in terms of her daughter's, emotional health, growing up, fitting into whatever's happening at the school. And then even getting older, when it was time to get married, months before my wedding, I was talking to my mother about my beautiful wedding gown that I was purchasing, that I had found and that I really liked. And one day, my own mother said to me, as I was saying something about I had to go over there and have a fitting, she said, I don't care about your fucking wedding dress. Yes, that's what she said. And as I walked out the door, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. And I just sort of went on my day. There was no apologies later from her. And when I brought it up to my narcissistic mother, a couple days later, she met me with, I didn't say that. I never said that. So actually gaslighting me and making me think like this is something I came up with on my own. It's really quite terrible, because when you add those kinds of situations up one on top of another, how can anybody feel normalized living with somebody like that? So imagine a time where you're excited, you're getting married, you're going on a trip or something, and all you're met with was anger and rage by your mother. And actually, during these kinds of occasions, where it's a big wedding, she will actually try to make it about her, about the dress that she's getting, about where her friends are going to sit. Instead of saying, oh, honey, where do you want your friends to sit? I remember it turns out that all her people were seated in the best places, and then when my friends showed up, there were some issues with tables or whatever. So just wanted